Hello, citizens of the interwebs. Today I'd just like to discuss with you, are we overpaying for games? And if we are, why are we paying more for games than what we feel they're worth? Now, to elaborate my point, I'd just like to give you a brief history of a few of the purchases I've made within the last couple of years. So, starting in 2014, I purchased Titanfall for $80 with the season pass. That's $60 for the base game and $20 for the season pass. This equates roughly to 9 maps at roughly $2 a piece. That's a good deal, in my point. In 2015, I purchased Evolve for $80 with the first Hunter Season Pass and Behemoth. That's $70 for the base game, $10 for the Hunter Season Pass and Behemoth. That's a good deal. $10 DLC. I got half the game there and I paid $70 for the asking price. However, at the end of 2015, we are seeing games like Black Ops 3, Fallout 4, and Star Wars Battlefront for $80 for the base game. And these games come with $50 season pass and $40 season passes. Now, at the time that I'm recording this, $1 is equal to $1.33 Canadian. So a $60 game is the equivalent of 79.80 Canadian. Now, I'm aware that publishers are still asking for the basic $60 asking price. And the fact that I have to pay $80 for a $60 game has nothing to do with the publisher and everything to do with my country's economy. So, yeah, fuck Canada. But I buy roughly 2 to 3 games a year. The good ones or worthwhile ones I play for 6 months or longer. The bad ones for a month or less. And the point I'd just like to iterate here are between the comparison between how much you're paying for a video game and their quality of worth and equal to how long you play the video game. And I've come to the realization that games have a finite amount of time. And this is based solely on you, the gamer. The reasons you stop playing a video game are you've completed it. You've experienced all there is to experience with the game, so you move on. You play a game so much that you get bored of it. You've experienced all of it, and you move on to the next thing. Or you're playing a video game and another video game comes out, so you stop playing the video game that you were playing to move on to the next one. Now, Titanfall was a fast-paced FPS game, which I felt should have been the successor of Modern Warfare 3. It was totally the COD killer for me. It saved me from ghosts. I stopped playing Titanfall because I'm a completionist. And when I reached Gen 10 and unlocked all the weapons and the attachments, I had nothing to strive for. I never got bored playing Titanfall, but the lack of something to aspire to left me at the point like, now what? Evolve was a strategic FPS which required stealth and cunning as either the hunter or the monster. I played every day for 3 months straight, never getting bored of the same type of matches. But the reason I stopped playing was I felt as though I experienced everything the game had to offer. And I moved on with Shadow of Mordor. So in hindsight, when I purchased either of these games, I kind of feel like the asking purchase price wasn't worth it in relation to how long I played them. I played Titanfall for roughly 6 months, and then I moved on. I played Evolve for 3 months, and I moved on. And in comparison to any other media out there, that is a lot of bang for my buck. And I might be an entitled gamer in your opinion, but like I remember playing Modern Warfare 2. I played that game for 2 years. It never got old. Me and my friends would play together, and that is the kind of quality I'm looking for my games. Like 2 years is excessive. This is like I can't see any game today being played for that long, but that's the kind of quality I'm looking for in my video games. And when I buy a multiplayer title, I'm looking for that experience where I could play that game that long and never get bored of it. And I didn't get that with Titanfall or Evolve, but I don't regret the purchases. They're very good games. I stopped playing them for my own subjective reasons, and I can hop on them right now and people are still playing either of those games. But it just comes down to the point where I as a consumer have to realize that I'm an active participant in the free market. And it's up to me to set my purchasing patterns. I bought Evolve and Titanfall off hype. I was super hyped for them. I was totally willing to conform to industry standards. And on hindsight, I probably should have waited. It didn't take long for Titanfall, or sorry, Evolve to kind of fade into the background, and the player base dropped dramatically after 3 months. All I had to do was wait another month or two before Turtle Rock got desperate and they wanted people back, so they were offering the game at half price, and the DLC was half price, and that's when I should have bought Evolve, but I was super hyped for it, and I didn't buy Evolve at that time. With Titanfall, they built it up, and the same thing with Evolve. That the game was shipped very with incomplete content, but as the months went on, they started adding content. They started adding more modes. They started fixing bugs, and down the road, what Titanfall and Evolve are now are the complete games that they should have been when I bought them. So, was the asking price worth it? Probably not in hindsight. I don't regret either of the purchases, but they probably weren't worth it. And when I'm looking at games that I want to purchase, like Black Ops 3 or Fallout 4 or Star Wars Battlefront, I'm because of these past purchases, I'm realizing that maybe these games aren't worth it, and I'm basing that solely on how long I'm going to play them. How long is Black Ops 3 going to keep my interest? Is there going to be a player base in the future? Star Wars Battlefront is lacking a lot of content, and they're gonna add on content with the season pass. So I gotta drop $130, $80 for the base game, $50 for the season pass to get the complete game, and it's just not worth it right now. I will wait till that game dies out and it's cheap. Now I know I'm comparing multiplayer games, and I know Fallout has a lot of content, but I've never played a Fallout, so um, I'm just watching people do walkthroughs of it, seeing if this is worth my time or something I want to get into. But just lately I'm feeling as a discontented consumer, and I feel as though I'm always getting shafted, and that I'm less inclined to support the industry of publishers that produce AAA titles that I feel aren't worth the asking price. It seems to me that video games are becoming a luxury, and I foresee a time where I'm not a gamer by choice but because of circumstance. And to be clear, I am aware that there are cheaper alternatives to AAA titles, and that you don't have to conform to the industry standards of buying video games day one. You don't have to conform to paying for what they're asking. You can decide when you're going to pay for it. You can wait for the game to become cheaper. You can wait for a sale. Um, Honestly, in the future, that's what I see my future as, is that there's all these games I want to play, but I'm not going to be able to play them for a year or two because I don't think they're worth it at the time. Um, if you made it to this point in the video, I thank you for watching, and let me know what you think.